Welcome to the Slow Living Podcast. If you are ready to ditch hustle culture for good while continuing to meet your personal and professional goals, you are in the right place. I'm your host, Stephanie O'Day, and I work with overachievers from all over the world who are ready to stop living life in triage mode and start living the life of their dreams, one filled with abundance, joy, and a sense of purpose. Life is meant to be enjoyed, not endured. Let's get started. Hey there, Slow Down Society. Steph here, and welcome back to another edition of the Slow Living Podcast. We're on episode number 233 today, and I'm excited to have Shelly back. This is our fifth coaching session together, and I think you can hear the major difference in how she talks about herself and how she's giving herself gold stars and kudos. She's done a lot these past 5 weeks, and I am excited to have her share her wins with you in this episode. This is all about celebrating your wins with Shelly. Good morning, Shelly. I'm happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you too.
How have you been?
Good. Wasn't as productive this week as I would have liked to have been, but it's hot. It's triple
So
digits.
there's productive when it comes to I don't know, moving things around and stuff that you can show people a before and after. But you emailed me this week with a really huge win.
I did. It was good. Because normally I would have said okay to my dad's request to come pick up a bunch of junk that he didn't want and do something with it for him. And I did not. Because I made too much progress getting rid of things. So it was a huge win, and I didn't feel guilty. It was almost like annoyance. It's like, why are you even asking me? Like,
yeah. Okay. So he asked and said, I have, and they were like medical supplies. Is that what it was?
Yeah. So he had because he had several recent surgeries. So I had gotten him, different things like the bath stool, a knee scooter, it's just different things like that which he has other surgery scheduled. He's going to need it, but he just gets impulsive like that. But he wanted me to come because I was getting rid of some stuff, so he wanted me to come get it and take it from him and get rid of it. I did end up getting rid of it for him. I had told him, I said, send me some pictures and I'll post it. But no, I'm not taking it.
Okay.
I just happened to I just told when I have time, I will do it.
Yeah. Instead of dropping everything and coming to his rescue.
And then having it sit in my garage for a year.
Yeah. So you said you had no guilt. So was it just like a knee jerk, no, I'm not doing it? Or were you anxious before you said no?
At that moment, I don't know. I think I was just already in kind of a state of annoyance. We had just gone shopping. So, so I think it was just more, it's like, why are you asking me this?
Yeah.
And
are you worried? Are you worried he'll
get
mad? Like at some level, are you worried he'll get mad or disappointed? Do you still kind of revert to little kid Shelly?
So sometimes with him, although I'm getting over it. I feel like like I said, I think a lot of times it's like verbalizing out loud that all this stuff that I'm doing for him. And then I'm like, why, so that's been helpful. And I'm not going to lie, knowing that my cousin is getting paid to come pick him up and take him to appointments and that kind of stuff, I feel less inclined to do more. I'm trying to just be a daughter and not a caretaker. I mean, that is my goal.
I didn't realize that was happening, that your cousin is actually getting paid.
Yes. Now, how long that'll last, I do not know because she's not very reliable, but you can sign up through Medicare to be like a assistant, somebody. So she's supposed to do his grocery shopping, clean, take him to appointments, and make meals. So far, she takes him to appointments. So
Okay. All right.
So,
Well,
so
that's
I know certain things are going to be taken care of, but again, I don't know how long it'll last.
okay. Well, that's really actually very interesting and probably helpful for those listening. I wasn't aware that you could sign up through Medicaid in some
Yes, and
way.
yes, through Medicare, social through Medicare, you can definitely, and it can be a family member or they have strangers. I mean, they have people that are signed up, and you can interview them and have them come in. And it's not a lot. I mean, but I mean, $19 an hour in California. I mean,
Hmm.
to drive somebody to an appointment, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's very good to know. Okay. Um, I know you had wanted to do decluttering and the heat got in the way and different stuff. How are
It
you
is
feeling?
so stinking hot out here. It's been like triple digits. But I feel good. I'm keeping my closet totally organized, which is nice. And I'm getting ready so much faster in the morning. That's like the biggest thing. Just your favorite things that you know you feel good in are hanging in the closet. I love that.
I'm
And
glad for you.
I still, and then I still just keep tossing things. So I've got my little donate bag in the bottom of the closet because the minute I put it on and I do not like it, I do not hang it back up. I got to get out of that, even if it still has a tag on it. Bye, it's gone. Got to get rid of it.
That's great, Shelly. That's wonderful. Okay. What came up this week that you didn't like?
Um, it's been a pretty good week. Work is really starting to ramp up. It's really so. Um, that's getting a lot busier. So I anticipate expanding my hours as I get into September. I'll likely be completely back to full time. Just yay for the money, but boo for the time.
Yeah. And then you had written that the pet sitting is happening
Yeah,
as well.
so they went on vacation again, their last vacation before their daughter goes back to school. So that just was kind of in the way for me this week. It was an impromptu trip for them.
Hmm.
But when you have your own plane, you can do that kind of stuff.
Hmm. Are you compensated for that?
Yes,
Okay.
very, very handsomely. Yeah,
Okay.
then they always bring me back prizes from their travels, which is
Okay.
nice. It's just one of those, it's just an extra responsibility. So I've got extra, instead of taking care of 4 cats, I'm taking care of 7 cats. It's a lot
Yeah,
of litter box scooping.
it is. It
But
is.
yeah.
Okay. So this is our fifth call together. As we move forward and when you think of like where you were over a month ago and then now, how are you feeling and what should still be blah, blah, blah. Talk with words, Steph. What should we still be focused on like moving forward?
I'm feeling much more peaceful, and I think just I didn't realize how much my dad's medical stuff was really just bringing me down. He just and I'm just learning to step back from it because I can't just be drugged, you know. And my husband's good at talking me off the ledge on that too. When I get like a text message that's like 3 typewritten pages, about his, just, he's dying and he's, this and that. And, you know, why can't he get in, to see this doctor or that doctor? So my husband's really good about, of course, when my dad is over here and he's being negative, my husband will just turn around and tell him, if you're going to be negative, you're going to have to go
Mm,
flat out. And I'm behind, I know I'm all, you know,
yeah. You just did a scared Pikachu face, like, oh,
yeah, yeah. But
yeah.
then it makes my head stop in his tracks and switch gears because it's a downer to be around people that are just constantly there's nothing happy going on in their life.
Yeah.
Um,
When you are one on one with your dad, now that you have gotten a taste of sticking to a boundary and watching how simple it is for your husband to say, hey, if you're going to be negative, stop.
Go home.
Yeah, go home. Do you think that's something that you can start modeling in days,
I
weeks,
would
months to come?
never I would never be able to do it like that.
Okay.
But I think I'm better like if I tried, like I was on my way to Walmart. So, and he lives very close to me
Hmm.
on the main drag. So I pass his apartment a lot when I'm going anywhere. So and I try to, I say, I'm on my way to Walmart. Do you need anything? And then or would you like me to pick you up? Because I knew
Hmm.
it's hard to buy things for him because he's very persnickety. So, and so he's like, if you could pick me up, that would be great. And then I'm just learning trying to just steer the conversation away from medical stuff.
Hmm. Do you think it'd be possible to say, "Hey, Dad, you're doing it again," and leave it like that?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. That's a little scary.
Yeah.
That's even a little confrontational for me.
Yeah. Well, so it's interesting because you're a full-fledged grown-up. Like, yes, you are a grown-up,
Yeah,
and yet you still sort of revert to like somewhat of a little girl around him, like he's in charge, yet he needs you
yeah,
right now. Whereas when you were little, you needed him to rely on, but you had to follow his rules. So when you were relying on him, they were his rules. So now he's relying on you, which means, Shelly, you get to make up the rules.
See, and well, not this other thing too. He was never around when I was growing up. He is not the dad I grew up with. So, but I don't know. I'm a wuss. Although my face does not belie what I'm thinking. I mean, he does catch me mid eye roll, which is nice, and then I feel bad about that. So he is, but I can't help it. My face, it's like, even though I might not say anything, there's no hiding how I'm feeling if you're saying something that I don't like. So I would like to be more, can't, I don't, is it in my nature? Shoot, I can't even confront my customers if they're being rude to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you deserve to not, I mean, for people to speak to you courteously, whether it's your customers or your dad. Like you are a full-fledged human and humans have basic human rights and you deserve courtesy and respect. And you have earned it. You really have.
Oh,
I deserve respect. I deserve common courtesy.
yes.
So that feels better. I deserve common courtesy.
Yes. And that's all I ask for because I'm nice.
You are nice.
I am super nice.
You are. And my face betrays me also. So you and I together in Vegas would not do well.
No, oh no. Yeah, that's just me.
Yeah, that's why slot machines are better for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the funny thing is the second I like make $10, I'm like, "Oh, I won. I'm done.
Yeah,
Done."
I gotta leave. Yeah. Yeah, if I lose 20 bucks, I'm done.
Yeah.
I work too hard for that money. Too hard.
Agree. Agree. I would like for you to continue to be the grown up in the room. And uh you deserve common courtesy.
I do.
Yeah. Okay. Um, what we're talking on a Wednesday and you get me for another week or so. Put me to work. What can I help you do? What would feel the best?
Well, I've been trying to write down some notes. I'm feeling like I'm making great progress and strides. I mean, and I do feel like this has been helping me just even learning to deal with my dad. It's helping me also in my work because, as I just said previously, if a customer was getting rude with me, I put him on hold and let my boss talk to him.
Okay.
Feel like, but I just don't have the. But I feel like now starting this new. chapter in the work, I've got a different attitude where it's like I definitely am not going to be um afraid of my customers.
Hmm.
I mean, it's like if these are people that are getting products for their airplanes. They don't have a lot of worries in the world,
No,
you
they
know?
don't.
So
Right. No, I mean, talk about first world problems.
yeah, so although in this go around I have a lot more. What I'm enjoying is I have a lot more old retired guys. We call them the crusty old guys.
Hey there, Slow Down Society. Steph here, and I would like to invite you to check out the website. If you haven't been to stephanieoday.com, go there, click around, read, enjoy. I have spent the last 15 odd years writing articles to help you. Click around, add yourself to the mailing list, download the freebies. Everything's there. StephanieODEA.com. Thanks so much, and back to the show.
That are
Yeah.
building their planes, and it's been really pleasurable,
Hmm.
just super nice,
Hmm.
and I'm enjoying that. But but I also feel like it's because I have a different attitude where it's like I'm not going to let myself get all caught up into their drama because they want it yesterday. There's
Right.
nothing I can do. I'm just being more firm in my this is how it is, and you've got a 3 month waiting time, and I can't do anything about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I do customer servicing for my day job as well. One thing that has helped me when I think people are starting to get upset over the phone is I just say, I'm worried you are sounding upset right now. And then just pause and
Um,
let them fill it out, because if they're upset, it's not with you, it's with the situation.
yeah,
And so letting them know that they're sounding upset and you as a human are hearing this. So it's just saying, I hear you. I get it. I know it's upsetting. I'm worried. And also saying I'm worried, meaning then that's bringing it back to you as the human that they're venting to. I'm worried you are sounding upset right now. And then just pause.
so I just what I need to learn too is to just be silent and let them. I can't fix everything, and I do, and then I also have my affirmation all
Yeah. So
behind.
yeah, talk to me about the affirmations. Which ones are you working on right now?
Well, what for work wise, every time I get a good email that says how great I am, I cut it out and I've got them all. So when I'm on the phone and I can look up and go, no, people love me. So,
Yeah.
and it helps. It does. If I want to reread those emails when they or sometimes they email my bosses to tell me what I've done for, that I'm just pleasant to deal with. And I'm like, see,
You
I
are.
am.
Yeah. Are you confident that you're good at your job?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, that is one thing. Although, when people get nasty with you, you start to doubt. But now I know I'm good. I mean, it's what I do. I work with people, and I'm good at making relationships. I have one of our new vendors that um, usually has incredibly long lead times. I got him cut down to like in half for the lead times for us because the guy told me that I could call there anytime I wanted because he loved talking to me.
Oh,
So I know. So I was like, so I had to go call my boss who, while they were on vacation, and let him know. I'm like, just to let you know, and to give
yeah.
myself a little pat on the back. It's not going to take this long anymore because now the guy loves me. So now I probably need to go over there and bring him some donuts. But so yes,
Good.
I'm confident that I can. I know how to develop relationships, and without being, without being that person that's just everybody hates, that everybody cringes. When you see the caller ID and everybody in the office cringes, and you're like, no, you answer the phone.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with that. I don't want to be that person ever.
No.
I don't want anybody to ever just dread talking to me.
I was in the DMV yesterday with my youngest. She was getting her driver's permit. It's this,
Exciting.
I know, yeah, but it's concrete block walls and fluorescent lighting,
Ugh,
and every person there looks like they hate their life.
I can't imagine.
And I wouldn't want that for you. I mean, if that was you and you didn't like your job and it sucked the life energy out of you, I wouldn't want you to do it. So I'm thrilled that you like your job. And
I
when you
do
talk
like
about
my
it,
job.
your whole face lights up.
I do, and I like where I work. There's nothing more fun than, yeah, I work at an airport. Sometimes you hear a big loud engine and I have to run outside to see, because we've got a lot of people with classic warbirds.
Hmm.
Um, that so when you're seeing like old World War II planes come, and I'm right next to I park right next to the runway. So it's a fun place to work. It is.
I'm glad.
And it's also the place where all the fire helicopters take off from. So that's always kind of interesting. It's just, yeah, if I hear stuff, I'll be on the phone and I'll hear a particular engine sound and just like, oh, can you hold please? Because I'm like opening all the blinds and looking at the window to see what's flying around. So yes, that is one positive. I do love my job. Even though I would prefer to be retired, I love my job.
Yeah. Okay. So we've done some work, I know, of kind of mapping out like tiptoeing into retirement ideas and Shelly's future hobbies. And I know you have more hobbies than you have time
I
for.
know, definitely.
Yeah. But as of right now, do you feel at peace like, okay, I definitely can do this? Um,
Retire?
no, continue working while you're working as you're inching towards your retirement number.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
do you have a plan in place? Like, do you know what that retirement number is that you're working towards?
based on my social security, what
Okay.
I'm going to
So
be
okay,
getting.
so have you been able to log into Social Security?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And it's not going to be quite enough, but and I probably, we kind of touched on it before about, pet sitting,
Yeah.
and it's something that I even talked with my sister about because she would like to retire. She's 3 years younger than I am.
Hmm.
She's an RN, and but it's something that we want to do something together. We're going to
Yeah.
be we're going to be the spinster sisters when we're older.
Okay.
It's going to be me and her and a bunch of cats. But so we talked about doing a pet sitting together where we could tag team it
Hmm.
and get more customers because it's something we both enjoy. We both love. I mean, they have like 5 dogs over at their house.
Yeah.
So
We just sent Sheldon off and I was a nervous wreck and they texted me 3 times a day updates and I happily paid $90 a day.
like, my God.
Hmm.
And I do that too. I send pictures to my bosses all the time because it's super funny because like their dog will get on the bed with my husband and take a nap with so and push one of my dogs off.
Yeah.
So I like to update them and I take pictures of their cats and the guinea pigs and
Hmm.
still let them know that all is okay. But $90 a day, yeah, I
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I saw that you had made your medical appointments and you have lab work to be done.
Yeah, so I'm still, yeah, so that right now is November unless I, get a cancellation and I'm going to be paying full price. I'm hoping to have everything in place. I won't get my health insurance until I'm completely full time. So that's why I was okay with it being so far out because I want to make sure that I don't have, that just have the small copay and not the huge full price.
Hmm.
Crazy. So now I just need to go make but and then I'm also, as a woman, I also make sure that my husband has his medical appointments and that kind of stuff. So that gets in the way.
Okay. So I'm going to poke at you a little because that doesn't have to be your job. So uh, it's not your lot in life for for
to
being a
do
woman to make the man's medical appointments.
I
So I
will
mean, it's
get
thoughtful and it's nice of you, but yeah.
Yeah. But I still like I got to get in to see my eye doctor because I need to do contacts and ah, medical appointments are just it's just such a inconvenience because like
It is, but it's also super important
yes,
to not let things go.
it's just
Yeah.
always yeah, it's just always like and that's one of the reasons I put it off because I dread it because I have to all I have to do is go in for like the eye doctor. I cannot not go because I am legally blind in one eye. I have to have contacts in at all times. So I can't and then so I have to go in, but it's 2 hours out of the day where you're just
Hmm.
going to be the same, no change. Here's your new prescription.
Yeah.
So it's just that kind of stuff just makes me insane. But and again, it's because it's sitting around a lot.
Yeah.
It
And
just
depending on the plan, even if you are working full time, eye care is often not covered the same way.
yeah, I do. I get vision care, but yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it's
then what
somewhat.
about the dentist? When was the last time you've seen a dentist?
That's been a while. I need to find and I'll probably end up going down to Mexico for that. It's just because dental. I mean, but I'm obsessive with my electric toothbrush and my flossing.
Okay.
So so I feel okay about that. My husband needs to go, but we prefer to go down to I have a couple of customers that actually turn me on to a place that it's American owned, but it's down in Mexico.
Okay.
And it's just the pricing.
Yeah.
I mean, dental insurance, geez, every time you go in there, they want to do, you know, $5,000 in work. Oh, well, you need it's like just clean my teeth.
Yeah.
If I don't have any cavities, I'm not having any issues. I'm not worried. I think the dentists, man, they are just like it's like going into a used car lot. And last time I sent my husband in because he broke a tooth, they started out, they gave him the exam. He just wanted the broken tooth pulled out. Deal with it later. Wouldn't do it. They came back with a quote for like $40,000 to do all this work.
Wowzers. Oh, I had no idea.
Then they came back and he's like, no. And then they scribbled on their sheet. They said, okay, well, we can do this for like 19,000.
Hmm.
And then he just left and just said, find me a new dentist. But I
Okay.
mean, it's just, yeah, the dental insurance. So I think we're going to end up going down to Mexico. So we just need to plan that out. But not here in San Diego. We'll go across to
Yeah.
like Yuma and go down.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. You live in a border town. So,
Yeah.
well, good. Okay. I feel good at that. I know you had also talked that you've been using the time blocking worksheet, but haven't necessarily been actually scheduling it on the calendar. And so you're looking forward
So
to
I
doing
start,
that.
yeah. So, and I need to really schedule my downtime. I have lots of busyness to dos, that I try to get done. But I need to do like if I need to schedule in my scrapbooking time.
Hmm.
And if because I
Shelly
feel like if
time.
it's scheduled, yeah, if it's scheduled, I'll do it.
Hmm. Hmm. I don't want hobbies to feel heavy. I want
I
them to feel like popcorn and sparkle.
They do once I get into my room and get into it. It's just, when you're at home, you just feel like I should be doing something else.
Hmm.
I should be doing, I should
Hmm.
be busy instead of, although I had kind of a lazy weekend, but I think that's too because it was so hot. So I wasn't too busy this past weekend.
Hmm.
So
If you were quote unquote lazy or not productive and didn't do any of the things that your brain is telling you you should do, what happens? What are the consequences for that?
it's just the next day, I'm just annoyed.
Okay, but I mean, are dishes piling up? Is laundry piling up? Do you feel like you're living? No, because I mean, you've got this housekeeper that also comes in. So,
Yeah, but for me, I don't, for me, if there's one dish in the sink,
okay.
because I will tell you, like that is just one thing that makes me insane is after everything's done and I get into bed, then my husband doesn't like gets a glass of something and puts a glass in the sink.
Hmm.
My sink was empty.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Are
like
you
right now, the last night I did not do the dishes.
okay?
So now
Okay,
I've got
so yet you still woke up in the morning and the world didn't
yes.
collapse. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean there's a difference between being annoyed and frustrated, um, and then also like it being such a big deal that you can't let it go.
Okay, yeah, it's not that. I just get a little bit annoyed. Like right when I got up this morning to get my coffee, I was like, ugh,
Yeah.
why didn't I just because I was tired last night. It was hot. I planted my front walkway with the new flowers and it was just hot and sweaty. So I made dinner and then I was just like, oh, I'll just deal with that tomorrow. And this morning I'm like, oh, I could have just stayed up for 10 more minutes.
Yeah. Is
10 more
there
minutes.
okay. So talk to me if both people are using dishes and eating dinner and stuff. Is there an equal divide or do you feel like you have to do all of it?
No, there's no, I do the housework
Is that
and the
just
dishes.
is that just how it's always been or is that the rule or
That's just so how it's always been.
do you
I
want
think,
do you want it to be that way?
yeah. I mean, that's the way I was raised. And
Hmm.
so, and I don't mind it. Like he would probably do them wrong anyway. If
Yeah.
I'm being honest. Just like I know how he folds clothes much better than I do. Like he can fold a shirt and it'll look like it was like folded in a store.
Hmm.
I do not, but he would never say anything in a million years because if he did, it'd be all
Hmm.
enjoy.
Okay, so you okay. Does that mean that he folds the laundry and does the
Oh
laundry?
no, I do it. He just
Okay.
would never say. He would just never. I just know for a fact because he was single for like 26 years before we started dating. So he's
Hmm.
very capable, but I know he folds clothes better. I've seen him fold shirts. He
So
does it better than I do.
while you're puttering around at the end of the evening doing chores, what is he doing?
Either, I mean, he might be puttering in the garage or out in the yard. I mean, he does take, he's been doing like a lot of yard work. We have a lot of yard.
Hmm.
So I always try to say he's outside, I'm inside
Okay.
because I don't enjoy yard work at all.
Hmm.
So yeah, or he might be, and also if he worked all day on a roof, he might just be sitting on the couch watching TV.
Hmm. Do you feel resentful if he's on the couch and you're still
No,
puttering? Okay.
no, no. For somebody that works like that physically hard, climbing up and down a ladder all day,
Hmm.
especially in triple digit heat. So no, not at all. And I think that just also harkens back because that's how I was raised. My dad worked construction when we were growing up. So when he
Hmm.
came home at the end of the day, he plopped
Hmm.
down. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay. So that's
but there's
interesting. Is
don't
that
definitely no resentment at all.
okay? With back to your dad and then how you're raised, is that one of the reasons you feel uncomfortable saying no to him? Because it definitely used to be his
Well,
way.
but you got to remember the dad that I'm dealing with now is my
Oh,
biological
different. Got
dad.
it. Got it. Got it.
So I was not raised with him.
Okay.
But now I think because I'm just a people pleaser and it just I think it just boils down to that.
Hmm. Now,
And I want to
some
be
people
helpful.
might be listening and thinking, well, it's sexist or oh, it's misogynistic or it's a patriarchal society and household. What is your thoughts on that?
Now I like being I'm very traditionalist when it comes to the house. I yeah, and I don't feel any kind of resentment. I would have loved to have been a housewife. Go
Okay.
figure.
No, I think that's fine. As I'm just pointing out, as long as you feel like it's your choice and it's not like a burden you bear because
Oh no,
you happen to be born a woman.
nope, not at all. Not at all. I enjoy housework. To be quite honest, I find folding laundry kind of zen. And it also because it's also kind of lazy to me because I can fold laundry and do dishes and also binge watch my TV shows on the big giant TV we have.
Yeah.
So it's not, no, it's definitely not a hardship. And I would have, in it, had I have planned differently when I was younger, maybe I would have been able to be a housewife or, but not work
Yeah.
because I would have been fine. Like I said, I love my job, but I would be fine without working. I don't need the job does not define me or fulfill me. Just, having a tidy house, I find just as fulfilling.
Yeah. I'm happy to hear you state that and clarify that. And if it helps in any way and to you and anyone who's listening, I'm similar in that I enjoy playing house. Like when we travel, I like an Airbnb. I like a kitchen. For some reason,
Yes.
it's fun for me to do that. And I'm happy to sweep up in an Airbnb. And
Me
and
too.
and other people are like, "Are you kidding me? You're cooking on vacation?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just like playing house. It feels
Me
fun
too.
for me."
Yeah. And that's when I travel to in a hotel, the first thing I do is completely move in. I mean, I unpack it. I'm using those dressers, using that mini fridge. I'm all, I mean, that's like immediately within 5 minutes. Everything's unpacked into the drawers.
Yeah.
So,
You're settled in. You've made it your nest. That's really
yes.
cute.
And even if that's only for 2 nights.
Okay, slow down society. We're going to stop here and we'll be back next week for the second part of our fifth coaching session with Shelly. I wanted to leave this whole conversation in its fullest instead of editing parts of it out because it just shows that everyone is different. And it's fascinating because people have some really strong ideals and and thoughts on what people should or shouldn't do in relationships and what's fair and what's not fair when it comes to the division of tasks, especially when it seems like these tasks are divided in like a quote unquote traditional or gender role way. And I'm so thankful that Shelly knows who she is and sticks up for herself. And it's like, no, I enjoy doing this. No, no, no. And the fact is some jobs, some professions are physically more taxing than others. She's absolutely correct that walking up and down a ladder and climbing a ladder all day long and roofing is physically more draining than her answering phones um, to help at the airline that she works for. So everybody has gives and takes in relationships, and the big takeaway is communication, and don't feel like you are getting constantly the short end of the stick. There needs to be gives and takes. So that's why I let that conversation play out. Let me know your thoughts. How's it work in your family? Do you feel resentful? Do you feel like you are taking on too much and it's not fair? I'd love to hear from you. As always, consider yourself loved and hugged. Be back in your earbuds next week. If you are ready to start living slowly and ditch the hustle mindset for good, reach out to me. I'm a real person and you can track me down online at stephanieoday.com. Also, if you found value in this podcast, please share it with your family and friends and tag me on Instagram at Stephanie O'Day. While you're at it, go ahead and leave a positive review on your favorite podcast app. The more we share, the more people we can reach and share the slow down lifestyle and messaging. Thank you, Slow Down Society, and have a great day.